from North Summit. I mean, see a few pitches. He's only got 30, so be patient. But nonetheless, they're swinging the bats.
That next pitch outside. Well, he's almost spent half of them. That's the 12th pitch. Almost spent half of them 30.
Yeah.
So the 1-1's on the way. Swing and a miss. Tucker Pace.
Yeah, Tucker Pace just chasing the high fastball. Teams have had a hard time with that in the two previous, and already showing right there that these players have a hard time laying off that high fastball.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. First and third. Oh, just so on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, really good piece of hitting right there from Tucker Pace as he grounds it out to the second baseman, but at the same time he took that outside pitch. He drove it that way, scored the runner from third, and with that, Cutler Blomquist moves up from first to second base.
Third straight ball game that the first team up has scored 2 runs.
Yeah.
You were talking earlier about all the things that happen to coming in twos.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil the moment here.
No.
Oh, the first pitch.
Ooh, just missed it.
To Wyatt Morrill, or no, Aiden Anderson, I should say.
That ball was hit hard down the first baseline and literally just missed it by a foot. That one probably gets down easy, scores another run and is a double.
Going to spoil our little two thing.
Deuces must be wild today.
Pairs of twos. Next pitch.
There it is.
That's going to do it. Oh, a good dive and catch there. Good dive and catch.
Jake Norman, the right fielder, but the reason he makes that catch is because the coaches and the players recognize on that first one he just missed foul. They moved him closer to the line, otherwise he doesn't get it. But he laid out and made a heck of a catch right there, just inside the right field foul line.
Because it wasn't the case of a kid trying to go to right field. He's just behind the pitch.
Yeah.
So runner stuck at second. There's Cutler Blomquist. Batter's Wyatt Morrill. First pitch. Swing fouled back.
So far, Carter's not fooling these Braves hitters. You know, he's rearing back. He's trying to throw it by him, and so far they've been putting the bat on it.
So the 0-1 to Wyatt Morrill. That's another one hit to right field. Right there.
Yeah, that time they had him played perfectly. Jake Norman didn't have to move only 2 steps to go a little bit to his left to make the catch there.
So, top of the first, it's 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. So, score is 2 with Beaver coming to bat. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Setting the Braves defensively in right field, Tristan Omar. The center fielder, number 15, Wyatt Morrill. The left fielder, Carter Callum.
Olin Anderson back here at Gates Field, Kearns High School, 2A baseball, losers bracket game. And Easton Miller, pitcher for the North Summit Braves, is going to face Bentley Bradshaw, Boston Black, and Kobe Carter. Beaver down by 2 runs. Coming in here to the bottom of this inning, the first inning. Bentley Bradshaw, the center fielder, going to look at the first pitch from Easton Miller. Sidearm pitch.
Yeah, a little different arm slot, brings it just lower than 3/4.
Next pitch. Drops. Got a heavy ball, doesn't
Yeah. Yeah, and, I watched him in the warm-up, and he, those 2 balls right there, he threw pretty good in the warm-up as far as just hitting his spots.
Tried the curveball there. He wanted that one, didn't get it.
Yeah, really trying to work that inside part of the plate against Bentley right here.
So 3-0 to Bentley. So, base on balls.
Yeah, 4 straight.
Yeah, just like in the top of the first inning. Base on balls for the leadoff hitter. And into Boston Black playing second base. Good speed on the bases. That's where they really put the pressure on you, do the Beavers. There he goes. Up. I thought. He had a good jump.
Yeah, just kind of faked it right there. Is interesting. Coach throws one out and the catcher throws one out. So got balls flying all over the field.
So going to be an 0-1 pitch to Boston Black. Bentley Bradshaw on first base. That one's hit up. Is it going to stay fair? Yes. Paxton Smith camps under that one right in front of not the dugout, but our little, whatever you call this, the trench where we broadcast from. Let's do it that way.
Yeah, it was a pretty good job of Paxton Smith just kind of battling that one as it kept floating up towards the first baseline just a little bit, but got his back to the infield, made a nice catch here behind the backstop.
Kobe Carter up now. Takes ball 1 from the sidearm, Easton Miller.
Yeah, Carter, one of these leaders of this Beaver baseball team, had a good tournament last year, and really has been their number 1 guy on the mound all year long.
That recognizes that Easton Miller wants to work quick. Called time and backed out. Here's the first pitch to Kobe way outside. Ball 1. Or ball 2.
Yeah, and Easton just a freshman. Oh, excuse me. Sophomore. There's 2 Eastons. You got Easton Richens, the freshman, and Easton Miller, the sophomore.
Imagine a Richens at North Summit.
Yep. Well, how about 2 Eastons? They must be baseball fans.
Gotta be.
There's no Louisvilles on the team,
no.
though.
Check their softball team. Here's the 2-0. Strike 1.
Yeah, I'd imagine they're going to probably test this arm of Paxton Smith as soon as they get a good opportunity. There it is.
Yeah, I was surprised that they hadn't already. He went in there hard with his wrist there.
And it was weird. It was like, do I slide, do I not? And then he kind of tripped and stumbled. But it's one of those where, you got to make up your mind. You're either sliding or not, whether there's a play on or not. Just get down, and then you don't that's when people get injuries. You know, they trade a good leg for a bad leg, or they break a finger or a hand. You just got to slide.
Well, when I was playing baseball, high school, college, both, you slid.
Yeah,
there wasn't
just get down.
There wasn't no thing. I was coaching Little League and stuff like that the same way. One was up and in. Kobe turned on that one. Fouls it off down the right hand or the third base side to stay alive. Be the 7th pitch in the at-bat to Kobe Carter.
Yeah, and that last pitch prior to that one, that was just a straight still. Catcher kind of bobbled it, so there was no chance. And I don't know if one of the players said, up, or trying to help him, but he about hurt himself.
Another one fouled back. So, Kobe Carter hanging in there. Looking to get a good one that he can drive. See if he can pick up his teammate, Bentley Bradshaw, out there at second base. Going to walk him. So the second walk in the inning puts runners at first and second. And that's going to bring up Titan Fales, the third baseman. So the first pitch from Easton Miller. Squares. Pulls it back. Nobody. It's just a ball.
That's a quick way, too, for a team to get back in as you give up 2 runs in the first inning and they come up to plate. But do you draw a couple walks, you're patient at the plate, give yourselves a chance to get right back in the game.
You better think about looking at that thing while he's not standing in the batter's box. If I'm a pitcher or catcher, catches a hitter in that batter's box looking at his thing, I'm going to get down and get that ball.
Yeah. Well, and this is where you start getting into these one-loss bracket games where you're playing multiple games in the same day that you start running into trouble.
Yeah. Stole third base. The ball gets past the third baseman. Bentley Bradshaw is going to score.
Yeah, just a double still and pretty good arm, but the ball just got past the third baseman, goes into left field, and Bradshaw comes around to score, and Kobe Carter goes from first to third.
3 balls, Titan Fales. See if he's got the green light here. They normally do. Oop, he thought about it. Pulled it back. Watch strike 1.
Yeah, and that's where Coach Morals obviously wants just Miller throw strikes. You walk guys, and it turns into runs.
Oh, Titan couldn't pull the bat back on that one. Fouls it off for strike 2. He knew it.
Yeah, he's
droning at the plate.
Frustrated with himself right there as he kind of a check swing and then fouls it off straight back, but now it's a full count.
All low.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good pitch. I'm surprised after him check swinging the one before that he was able to have the patience to let that one go.
Yeah, because in the games I've done this year, Titan likes to go to the right side. He'll take that ball that way. So runners to first and third. I don't think Titan will stay there too long. Quarterback on the football team, he's gone already. Quick throw to third base.
That was a pretty good throw by the catcher down to third base, and they about caught Carter there. I'm not sure. In fact, the umpire's moving over there closer now. I'm not sure he was even paying attention. He kind of thought maybe there was going to be a play at second.
It catches the corner. Strike 1.
But one thing with Easton Miller, too, is he's got kind of a slow leg kick. He kind of kicks it up, and it's slow, and so you can definitely run on him.
Ball misses down for ball 2. Yeah, Beaver thus far, even though the good arm of Paxton Smith, you can't get past that high leg kick with your pitcher not helping you out. That one's fouled off to the first base side for strike 2.
No, you got to be quick to home, and you got to give your catcher a chance. But that's something. He's just young. He's a sophomore. Something they can work on and improve upon.
Well, I don't know what kind of leeway the catcher has here, but if I'm the catcher back there, I'm going down there and, hey, give me a chance.
Yeah.
Curveball. Paxton gets out on the, stops it from going anywhere else.
As far as Miller, I'm not sure if he pitched previously or not either, Willie, but he's chewing up a lot of pitches here in the bottom of this first inning.
There's one that's hit towards the second baseman. Picks it up, throws one hopper to the first baseman. for the 4-3 put out. At number 2.
Yeah,
That fails, ends up at third.
And Deegan Bailey does pick up the RBI as he, get a pitch out over the plate, something you can drive to the right side. Good piece of hitting right there to tie this game up at 2s.
Cutler Matheson's first pitch swinging, fouls it off to the right-hand side. Strike 1. Cutler behind the plate today for Coach Daniel Carter. Called strike 2. We got a 2-2 ball game. 2 runs scored by the Beavers without the courtesy of a hit. Next pitch fouled off to the right-hand side from Cutler Matheson. Slow roller.
Yeah, he just out in front of that one, hit it right off the end of the barrel and just kind of a cue ball shot down the first baseline foul. But, Coach Carter would definitely like to see that one more run come across and take the lead here.
Cutler had started off on fire early in the season, but kind of fell off later in the season. Good athlete.
Good-looking athlete for sure, and someone with a lot of pop potential in the bat.
That was booted by the third baseman. Thought he was going to try to make the throw, but good idea to hold up. So there's that third run on the E5. Cutler Matheson.
And this is where this North Summit team struggles is, overall they've usually typically got 2, 3, 4 good solid athletes, but they're just young, a lot of cold weather. They don't get a chance to really get out and play a lot of baseball, and then you start running into hitting the ball all over the field, and the errors are just surmountable, and they add up, and it's just too much for them to cover.
And ground balls off of the gym floor don't bounce like they do out here. Got a pinch runner, number 45, for the Beavers. Number Taven Hollingshead. Got to have a Hollingshead in the Beaver lineup, that's for sure. Taven, I don't know how you pronounce that, but I'm guessing Taven.
Taven, I believe, yes.
We're at Blomquist with the 1-ball count. Hollingshead at first. Ball's popped up. Miller's calling it himself up. Couldn't get it, but it's foul ball. So everybody's going to have to go back. Just an odd strike.
Yeah, it's a tough one right there. Miller calls it, and the catcher kind of backs off, and then they kind of get in each other's way, and then Miller reaches for it at the last minute, and fortunately for them, it drops foul, but Beaver gets another shot at it here.
You might well not waste your throw, because that's what's going to happen there. Gets away from the second baseman, and he ends up at third base. And a steal. He had the base stolen from the get-go.
Yeah, he really did, and once again, pretty good throw from Paxton. And he gets rid of it quick, but he just had no chance.
The 2-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. To White Blomquist. Here's the 2-2. Two outs. That ball's way up.
Yeah, and had a little more pop on the fastball that time, but nowhere close to the strike zone.
Struck him out. Out number 3. So 3 runs on no hits. 2 errors. Or just the 1 error. And 1 runner left on base. So after 1 complete inning of bay, it's 3-2 Beavers. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
For Beaver in the bottom of the 3rd inning, there were 3 runs on 1 hit. There were 1 runner left on base and 2 errors committed by North Summit. 1 inning complete. Beaver 3, North Summit 2.
At V6 Media, we specialize in helping businesses tell their stories with powerful and engaging video. But telling your story is just the starting point. Telling it to the right people in the right place is how you make it count. Our team can help by delivering your ad in places like Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll make sure that your business is being seen. Your business has a story to tell. Let us help.
Smoothly.
Okay, we're back. First pitch from Kobe Carter to Carter McCown. Swing and a miss for strike one. Next pitch, just swung up and swung at and dropped out there just in front of the left fielder, Luke Robinson. The base hit.
Yeah, Wyatt Morrill doing a nice job just getting that first one in there. And, North Summit starting off where they left the last inning with another single to start the inning.
Yeah, right now they're out hitting Beaver. I had it 3-0. I didn't see a base hit in that first inning out of Beaver. Did you have one down? I didn't. So.
The E5, they might have gave him a hit because there's no error. Well, I don't know. There is an error.
The 2 errors up
too.
there. Next pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Yeah, I had the 2 errors, but no hits. 3 base on balls, no earned runs. Oh well, we'll keep our book. Next pitch upstairs, swing and a miss.
Yeah, just chasing the high one right there from Carter.
That's you looking.
Got him on the backwards K, and that's a first strikeout of the game for Kobe Carter.
So that'll bring to the plate Tristan Ovard. Facing Kobe Carter. Remember 17 pitches. We said what he had 30 to play with, so got 13 more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitch in this inning. He can't complete the hitter he's facing when he gets to that 110 pitch count. Pull it back.
Yeah, Tristan, no, he went for it. That was a attempted bunt, trying to get that runner to second base get the top of the order back up, give Easton Miller, Paxton Smith a chance to try to drive him in, but just was not able to get that bunt down.
Pick off the attempt at first base, too late. So Kobe ready to deal the 0-1 here to Tristan Ovard. Upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, that's one thing. If these North Summit hitters can stay off the high fastball, they're going to be able to stay in this game. But if they continue to chase the high fastball, Carter's going to win most of those battles.
Here's 1-1. Tried to bunt again, but couldn't get it. Bunt's a lost art, high school baseball.
Yeah, and that's one of those too, that if the runner there, Carter McCowan's getting a good secondary lead, he gets the base on the ball bouncing out of the catcher's glove and going towards the first base dugout.
Here's the 1-2. Ooh, couldn't miss by far. He was counted 2-2. Kobe wanted that one. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Right there, strike 3. Looking.
Yeah, that's back-to-back out of the 8-9 batter, caught looking, strike 3.
We put that down as a backward K in our book. I don't know how the big boys do it. Guess we could put eyeballs on it or something at the end of the arms of the K. That brings us back to Easton Miller with 2 outs. There goes the runner. Matheson had a double pump, but they got him. So, close out.
Correction, 1 hit.
Yeah, Carter McCowan needed about a half a step better lead right there, and he might have had a stolen base, but instead he gets caught stealing there by Cutler Matheson, throwing him out.
Okay, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. At the end of 1.5, it's 3-2 Beaver coming to bat. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Jones.
Paint projects go more smoothly when you use Jones Paint and Glass, because we're as excited as you are about your project. Our paint experts know their paint and will work with you to help you find the perfect paint products for your needs. They'll help ensure you get the color you're hoping for and that you're able to get the job done right the first time. Stop by Jones Paint and Glass to speak with an expert today.
When you hear the crash, you better think Jones Paint.
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at Gates Field, Kearns High School. Let's cover some of the sponsors of the V6 Media Group. Gateway Sinclair, locally owned and operated, has served Duchesne for 22 years. Stop by for a car or truck wash, Subway sandwich, hot stuff pizza, and lots of delicious snacks. They'll also have a free RV dump, clean bathrooms, and the friendliest staff around. Easton Miller is ball 1 to Dallas Yardley, the number 8 hitter in the lineup for the Beavers, who lead 3-2. Next pitch, ripped right at the shortstop. Or the L6 and out number 1. Ball was hit hard.
That was a heck of a play there by Tucker Pace, too, as he snagged that one and kind of looked at his glove and said, I'm glad I've got a piece of leather on my hand, and throws it around the infield.
So that brings up Jake Norman. Made a good catch out in right field earlier in the ball game. First pitch, hit towards the shortstop, scooped, thrown, but just got him. Slam bam for the 6-3 put out. Good fielding right there from Tucker Pace. Showed a good strong arm. Didn't hurry the ball.
No, pretty smooth out there. 2 nice plays. There's our 2s again.
Yep, there we go. Here comes Bentley Bradshaw. Base on balls is scored back in the first. Curveball, strike 1.
You know, Easton Miller looks a lot more comfortable out there, too. He's had an inning to work and kind of settle in, and he's doing a really good job out there right now.
Next pitch outside for ball 1. Evens things up at 1-1.
You know, I'm impressed, too. Paxton Smith's just a sophomore catching. He's done a good job so far.
Curveball's up high. A little chin music there. Bentley Bradshaw. Bentley, a patient hitter. That's why they got him lead off. Good speed. Another curveball, late recognition. I'm of the mind if you just got 1 strike, you just let that one travel onto the catcher.
Me too, but so many kids are just swinging at it. There's no place you're not going to hit it anywhere or do anything with it. Now with 2 strikes, it's different. Yeah, with 2 strikes, it's different. You're going to swing at that, foul it off, whatever else, but otherwise get a pitch that you can drive.
Here's the 2-2. Oh, and he's swinging out on his front foot.
And good heads up by the catcher that he didn't just roll it back to the pitcher. Umpire said safe on the strike 3, meaning the catcher didn't catch it clean. It hit the dirt. But the catcher, Paxton Smith, steps inside, throws a strike down the first baseman.
No runs, no hits, no errors. nobody left on. At the end of 2 complete innings of play, it's Beaver 3, North Summit 2. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Getting off the top of the third.
Gates Field.
Pitcher number 16, Easton Miller.
Easton Miller back at the plate. He was on up at the plate when Carter McCown was thrown out at second base. So the first pitch for Kobe Carter. I think this will be the last batter according to our pitch counts that Kobe will be facing.
Yeah, and he sees Easton Miller, who he walked his first time up.
Danger of doing the same thing. Ball 2 inside.
Yeah, and probably, so far from what I've seen, one of the best players on the team in Paxton Smith on deck. He's catching right now, but he had a double his first time up and hit one hard to right center field.
There's a strike. Two and one to Easton Miller, the opposing pitcher. Curveball. Hit slowly, picked up by Titan Fields at third, throw to first in time for the 5-3 put out. First out, here comes Coach Carter. We're going to stay here. I'm going to get some, while we're thinking about what's going on, let's get some more of these sponsors for the B6 Media. Jones Paint and Glass has high-quality paint brands, including designer favorite Benjamin Moore at affordable prices. Visit their design experts in Vernal or Roosevelt to find the right color and paint for your next project. How about Larson Haslam Delta Dental in Roosevelt has the latest dental technology and offers same-day crowns. Dr. Jake Richardson accepting new patients. Call 722-0101 to schedule your next appointment. Well, we got a little break in the action, so we can get down. We'll come back after a quick word to some of our own sponsors on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and B6 Media.
Pitching change for Beaver. Out now number 21, Dallas Yardley.
Your connection for high school sports.
KSBC.
Hey, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at Gates Field. Got a new pitcher for the Beavers, number 21, Dallas Yardley. comes on. Kobe Carter moves to shortstop.
Catcher, number 1, Paxton Smith.
And I'm not sure if we've got any other defensive changes. We'll have to try and work that out for you. That brings to the plate Paxton Smith with 1 out for the North Summit Braves. First pitch from Yardley. Lifted to the left side. Luke Robinson coming on. Center field. Blows it over to center field. Bentley Bradshaw comes on and takes that for the F8. Out number 2.
Third baseman, number 9, Cutler Blomquist.
Yeah, that time Paxton Smith just got under it, kind of an uppercut swing right there, just trying to drive it over the left fielder and just popped it up. Like you say, that wind starting to blow again from the north end, kind of drifted that one towards center field, and a nice play out there.
First pitch to Carter Blomquist, down and in, and he swung at that curveball in the dirt. Going to need a sand wedge to hit that one. So the 0-1 pitch from Dallas Yardley. Dallas comes from the 3/4 slot. Ball 1 there. He'd show a curveball in the warm-ups as well.
Well, and Dallas was he was the DH, so that means that Luke Robinson, done for the game.
Ball 2. So Luke Robinson, who's in left field?
Not sure the number.
It's fouled off to the right side. Strike 2. Guess we'll find out when he comes to the plate, huh?
Yeah, and Cutler, pretty good swing right there that time. Trying to get that outside pitch and drive it over that first baseman's head, which is the right thing to do. Too many guys trying to hit that outside pitch. They roll over it, they ground out to shortstop or third base, but trying to go with the pitch.
2-2, curveball in the dirt. Good stop there by Cutler Matheson. Full count. 2 outs. The number 3 hitter, Cutler Blomquist.
Yeah, he's trying to stay perfect on the day.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
And that pitch a little bit down, but I think he realized too close with 2 strikes. I can't let it go, and he swings a little too late.
So, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. After 2.5, score Beaver 3, North Summit 2. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Legendary NBA coach Phil Jackson once said, "Yes, victory is sweet, but it doesn't necessarily make life any easier the next season or even the next day." We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Make your kids' education a priority. Find out what you can do. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and promoting excellence in education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader,
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at Gates Field, Kearns High School. 3-2 ball game going into the bottom of the 3rd in favor of the Beavers coming up in the bottom of the 3rd. Coverage today for V6 Media is sponsored in part by State Representative Christine Watkins. She's a strong rural advocate for oil and gas, small businesses, education, and the Second Amendment. Uinta Basin Healthcare's mission is caring for our communities through access to compassionate quality healthcare, investing in those we serve. Moon Lake Electric, locally owned association with over 83 years of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its membership. Its well-trained workforce of 90 employees and its state-of-the-art electrical system has set a standard of excellence in the electrical utility industry. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Coming to bat this inning for the Beavers is going to be the number 4, 5, and 6 hitters. All I got to do is get to the right page. We'll flip it over here. We're going to go with the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters when I get on the right page. That'll be Boston Black, Kobe Carter, and Titan Fales. Easton Miller still on the mound for the North Summit Braves. He's getting ready to serve one to Boston Black. Boston popped out to the catcher. Hits one weakly. You talked about what happens when you try to pull that outside pitch right there. Perfect example. Just rolls it over.
Well, and Easton Miller, too, because of the arm slot and the angle that he comes from, he can start that pitch in and then try to get it to slide across the plate, and these Beaver hitters are trying to pull it.
Curveball. Well, there was the one that you need to pull, that one that hangs in there like that, but he just fouled it off.
You know, and I watched Coach Carter look down the line there, and he's trying to tell him, hey, keep the hands inside the baseball and do just that, drive the ball.
Yeah, I think it's late recognition, too, on the curveball. And he swings at one that's down and away for out number one.
Back-to-back Ks. Easton Miller, like I say, after that first inning, where really it was just more, he wasn't throwing horribly. He was missing a lot of close ones, but he's dialed it in. He's figured out the zone now, and back-to-back strikeouts.
3 in the ball game. I have him down 4. 1 there. 2, 3. Yep. That's going to bring up Kobe Carter. Kobe a base on balls and scored. First pitch from Miller to Kobe Carter. Here's one that's hit, bounced over his head, picked up by the second baseman. Got him just.
That was a really good play. Hayden Anderson going up the middle, backhands it, plants, and then throws a dart to first base to get Kobe Carter out on the 4-3 ground out.
Yeah, and good stretch there by Braxton Leffler.
True, give the first baseman. Yeah, you're right. A lot of credit because he needed to stretch and get that ball quicker than as quick as he could before Kobe Carter got another half step down the line. But just what a great play.
Curveball to Titan fails, froze him right there. Strike one. Trying to. Little dribbler to the pitcher, but the catcher picked it up and he threw it into right field. The right fielder missed the ball. So that made things interesting.
Yeah, so swing and bunt basically, and it was kind of one of those in between. Does Easton Miller, the pitcher, get it, or does Paxton Smith, the catcher? Catcher calls it, which is the right call in my opinion. Catcher should take that one. He's got the momentum. He made a good throw. First baseman just put his glove down. It went right under it, and it goes into right field, and then the right fielder doesn't pick it up. And
right between the legs of Easton Miller into center field for the base hit. That's going to score the fourth run.
Yeah, and because of the air, it allowed Titan Phelps to get clear to third base, and then the base hit right there from Deegan Bailey up the middle scores another run.
And in my book, that's the first official hit for the Beavers. One back through the wickets. So 4-2. Runner at first base and Deegan Bailey.
Well, and you see that's air number 3, and we talked about the airs defensively. It's just starting to mount up.
That one's fouled off to the right-hand side off the bat of Cutler Matheson for strike one. Yep, 3 errors already in the ball game. Matches the 3 Ks and the 3 base on balls. Be interested to see what happens in that fourth game tonight. Yeah, nice job there by Paxton Smith to turn something that he shouldn't have had any kind of a chance at all of getting.
No, in fact, they should have been yelling at the pitcher to step off because he was almost going before he even comes set.
Then pitched in the dirt. Paxton had to pick it up and then throw. Seen a good strong arm out of the sophomore. There's one. Cutler Matheson rips to center field. A weak relay, so he's going to score. Which he probably would have anyway, but I think you got to make a throw to home. At least try to get it into the cutoff man on the infield there.
Yeah, ball was hit hard right up the middle.
If it was just dribbled out there, I'd think otherwise. But
yeah, and Tavin Hollingshead coming in to run for Cutler Matheson.
Yep. Speed up runner, and that's going to bring up Hoyt Blomquist. Struck out his first time up. So back-to-back hits for the Beavers.
You're going to see Beaver just and it's not because Paxton Smith doesn't have a good arm, because he does. It's like I said, it's just a slow, kind of a lazy leg kick that is giving these Beaver runners just a head start, and there's really no chance for Paxton Smith to throw him out.
Strike one. First pitch to White Blomquist. Pick-off attempt. Not in time.
No, Coach Carter's made the adjustment and realized that, hey, first pitch, we're going.
No chance for Paxton Smith that time. Stolen base on ball one in the dirt for White Blomquist. So RBI opportunity there for White Blomquist. Kevin Hollingshead at second base. There's one that's ripped towards the left fielder. That's going to get down and past him. He slipped on the turf out there. He's going to try and make the diving catch. They're going to send him to third. They missed the cutoff man. Stand-up triple.
Yeah, that's just the little things for this North Summit team that right there, the ball gets past the outfielder, so you're immediately in a double cut situation where you send your shortstop out and the second baseman should be not too far behind the shortstop, and then the first baseman trails the runner, but nobody's there and allows the base runner to get it clear to third base and almost had a chance to score a run right there.
First pitch curveball to Dallas Yarley. Catches the inside corner for strike one. So we do have 2 outs. This all started with 2 outs. Ball one in the dirt. Started with an error. Talk about what them freebies can do to you, especially with 2 outs. And he catches the corner.
Well, you go back to the first inning, too. There was 3 walks, and 2 errors. And then you tack on a couple more errors in this inning, and that's where Beaver really makes you pay if you make a mistake.
That's hit right back up the middle. No doubter on that one.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight singles. And now Coach Morrow's going to go out and not sure if he'll make a change, but he's definitely going to go visit his pitcher and make an adjustment.
So let's get another one of these. Some local sponsors for V6 Media. Gateway Sinclair is locally owned and operated and has served Duchesne for 22 years. Stop by for a car or truck wash, Subway sandwich, hot stuffed pizza, and lots of delicious snacks. They also have a free RV dump and clean bathroom and a friendly staff. Jones Paint and Glass is high-quality paint brands, including designer favorite Benjamin Moore at affordable prices. Visit their design experts in Vernal or Roosevelt to find the right color and paint for your next project. No change. Just going to go out and settle the kid down. Jake Norman, number 9 hitter in the lineup. Coming to bat with a runner at first base, Dallas Yardley. First pitch to Jake. Curveball up. Good throw, but bounces and get into center field from Paxton Smith, stolen base.
Yeah, and it's just automatic now. You get a runner on base, and Coach Carter's going to give them the still sign. They're going to be off to the races.
So the 1 ball to Jake Norman. Runs up, and that's hit deep. Left fielder up, comes over, Trent off his glove.
Yeah, that's just, it almost looked to me like he squoze the glove too soon, and it hit the glove as it closed. It's one that he should have had, or else it legit hit in his glove and bounced out that quick. A little hard to see from here, but that's a ball that, normally that Carter McCowan out there in left field is going to make that catch 9 times out of 10.
Second error in the inning, 4th in the ball game, brings the top of the order up. Bentley Bradshaw fouls the first pitch off to the right-hand side. Fixing to foul up my scorebook. Here they are. This is the 9th batter in the inning. Bentley 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Scored on a base on balls back in the first. That one's up. Good secondary lead out there from Jake Norman. And they just called a balk. I have my head down in my scorebook. Did you see what happened?
No, I didn't either. I was just making a note, and I don't know if he was maybe on the rubber and had the ball in the glove and then took the ball out of his glove. I'm guessing that's probably what it was.
So a balk.
But this is one thing that maybe it benefits Easton Miller a little bit, because now he can throw out of the windup, and he's definitely been more comfortable throwing out of the windup when there's no runners on base. He has struggled throwing out of a stretch.
So that's a freebie I hadn't had put down in my book yet. The balk.
And he already looks more comfortable right there. You saw it in that first pitch. He just, that's something he's going to have to work at. He's just a sophomore, but needs to spend some more time getting comfortable, working on a good slide step. And
that's where you see so many of these young kids just go from either the hybrid or, the stretch like that.
Well, we saw Jansen Kiesel last year. He threw only out of the stretch every time, whether runner on or not.
That was lifted to the right-hand side, going to get foul. So just a long strike. Well, I'll just stay alive.
Yeah, and this is where Easton Miller has been effective, is when he gets 2 strikes, he throws that little slider out of that, just
sidearm,
below three-quarter,
slot,
arm slot, but not totally sidearm. But at the same time, he's got a good-looking slider.
There it is, but it's driven center field towards Wyatt Morrill, and he catches it. Out number 3. So we're not going to have to foul up my book. F9 is the third out. But we got 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, 1 runner left on. So at the end of 3 complete, it's 7-2 in favor of the Beavers. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Media, we specialize in helping businesses tell their stories with powerful and engaging video. But telling your story is just the starting point. Telling it to the right people in the right place is how you make it count. Our team can help by delivering your ad in places like Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll make sure that your business is being seen. Your business has a story to tell. Let us help. V6 Media.
Top of the 4th inning, Gates Field, Kearns High School with Willie Akers and Nolan Anderson. Coming to bat for the North Summit Braves. They're down 8-2. And that's going to bring up... Here, I got to turn my page, Coach. I'm just getting behind
Tucker
here.
Pace.
Tucker Pace.
Shortstop. We've seen him make 2 nice plays.
That one's hit right back at Yardley. He's going to underhand it to Hoyt Blomquist at first for out number 1. And a 1-3 put out. If I can count my pitches in that last inning, that's what I was getting ready to do.
That'll bring up Aiden Anderson, the second baseman.
Number 8, Aiden Anderson.
He flew out to right field in his first at-bat. Beaver with the 8-2 lead here, top of the 4th inning. We're at Kearns High School at Gatesfield.
Aiden Anderson up, curveball, strike 1.
Yeah, he was kind of thinking, hey, I held the bat back. And the umpire's like, yeah, but it's a strike regardless.
Hill 1 on the way. Up in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, and so far, Dallas Yardley's come in. He's done a nice job. He's thrown strikes. Give his defense a chance just to make plays.
Strike 2. Now the lights just came on here, Gatesville. You talked about those. That's some odd looking
They are different looking. They're like
you don't want to look directly at them either because they'll leave the little.
But instead of your normal like a light bulb, it's more of a light bar, and there's a whole bunch of light bars up there.
So it strikes out, but the ball gets away from Cutler Matheson, who picks it up and throws it to first for the out.
Yeah, good job by Hoyt Blomquist. Kind of went to the outside. The ball bounced outside, but he had to go up high and get that one and then come down and get back on the bag and touch it before Aiden Anderson could reach base.
So 2 quick outs here. Here's up Wyatt Morrill. Lined out to the right fielder, his first time up. Takes ball 1. Next pitch. Popped up to the right-hand side. Is it going to stay fair? I don't think so. Going to get out of play.
Yeah, Wyatt Morrill just trying to drive that one into right field. Got a little bit too far behind it and fouled it off, just swinging right under the pitch. But flew out to right field as last time, so he's not afraid to hit the ball to right field.
Here's the 1-1. Curveball. He's way ahead of that one. They're going to call it foul. Must have hit him on the foot.
I believe so. It's almost like it hit. He swung and hit it off his foot and then hit it again. Kind of a weird one right there, but
one of them bat tricks.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball in the dirt for ball 2.
Wind's blowing again out of the north. I thought we were finally going to get some good weather and get some warm baseball.
Well, it's because you mentioned the wind not blowing.
It's cold.
It is a chilly wind. We got to do the night ball game.
Yeah, I'm going to my car and get another coat.
The pitch is up.
That's spring baseball in Utah, though. It's got to be prepared for the cold weather.
Yeah, just like Colorado, Utah is the same way. If you don't like the weather, wait 20 minutes and it's sure to change. And it ain't always good.
Yeah.
Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4.
A good at bat that time from Wyatt Morrill as he was patient. He fouled off a couple pitches, and he didn't go chasing anything out of the strike zone. Draws a walk and
2-out walk.
Yeah, that's all it takes sometimes to get something started, get a little rally.
Carden McCown comes up. He's got a single. Hardly from the stretch. Must have been up for ball 1. Oh.
Outfielders playing pretty shallow, too, in left and center, right, pretty much straight up.
Yeah, he just deked that one out there earlier. Didn't show a lot of power. Better swing on that one.
Yeah, and even Carter at shortstop's only playing halfway. Third baseman Fells has been kind of in on the edge of the grass a little bit. Second's playing pretty much straight up as well.
Ooh. Missed on the bunt attempt, and the throw behind the runner almost got him. Throw was just off a little bit, but good sweep there by Hoyt Blomquist to make the effort.
Yeah, it really was. Hoyt's done a good job. He's made some nice snags down there at first base. That's probably why he's there. Those first basemen get all sorts of stuff thrown at them. High, low, in the dirt, up the line, down the line.
Upstairs for ball 2. Yeah, they're kind of like the second catcher on the ball field. Sign out there in left field at 330 feet out there says 2,155 miles to Cooperstown. Got a bunch of aspiring Cooperstown players here today. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to end the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. at the end of 3.5. It's Beaver 8, North Summit 2. Beaver coming to bat. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Beaver 8, North Summit 2.
Projects go more smoothly when you use Jones Paint and Glass because we're as excited as you are about your project. Our paint experts know their paint and will work with you to help you find the perfect paint products for your needs. They'll help ensure you get the color you're hoping for and that you're able to get the job done right the first time. Stop by Jones Paint and Glass to speak with an expert today.
When you hear the crash, you better think Jones Paint.
Coach is out there checking on him, and so the other players, but shook his head and he's staying in there. So that's going to put Easton Miller, who was pitching, to second base.
So those are the defensive changes as Carter Blomquist warms up here. About to throw his last warm-up pitch. He comes from kind of the three-quarter slot as well. Throw down by Paxton Smith. So we're ready to go. We're ready to play ball here in the bottom of the fourth. 8-2 Beaver.
Boston Black 0 for 2. Popped up the catcher, struck out his last time up. He's looking for his first hit of the game.
The bottom of the fourth inning, number 4, Boston Black.
First pitch to Boston is a curveball that doesn't bite. Didn't fail or fool Boston for ball one. There's one that's drilled to center field. One hop to the center fielder, Wyatt Morrow, who gets it back in a hurry.
Yeah, ball was hit pretty hard. Really did a good job squaring that one up, keeping his hands inside the baseball and just going with the pitch as he drives it just to the right side of second base out there into center field. But, really nice play, too, from Wyatt Morrill to cut it off and field it cleanly and not let it get any further.
So see how long Boston Black stays at first. Not very long. He's running. Ball's popped up. Foul for strike one. Boston was on the move.
Yeah, and it's going to be automatic, every pitch until North Summit's going to, show that they can throw someone out or keep someone close. That's the one advantage that Beaver has been able to pick up on, and they're just running at will right now.
Oh, boy, if he'd have thrown over there, they had him, but he just looked him back.
Yeah, he just
Boston was leaning.
Stepped off, checked the runner, but if he'd have just had a good pickoff move right there, I think he would have got him for sure because he was going.
There's another one drilled to center field. That's going to get down in front of the center fielder, but Morrow gets it back in quick. So,
yeah, that was almost identical to Boston Black's, but on the left side of second base versus the right side. And once again, Morrow quickly fields it and throws it in. But Beaver, they're looking to get enough runs here and then go get 3 outs and end this game in 5 by the 10-run rule.
That brings up Titan fails. Curveball had him froze. Good curveball there from Cutler Blomquist.
Yeah, and unless a curveball's his pitch, he he's kind of upset he didn't swing at it or whatever else, but it's just strike one.
There's one that's driven deep. Is that going to get overhead? No, but it's going to get deep enough to. So they're going to score a run. I'm about to say the cutoff went behind to second base on the tag up there by Boston Black. Then they tried to throw to third base. It got into the dugout over there, so he's going to score. And
yeah, just an errant throw. Morrill does a good job fielding it, and very good base running by Boston Black, going back, tagging up, getting from second to third base, but then Easton Miller trying to throw him out at third base, makes a bad throw and lets him score, and then moves Kobe Carter from second to third.
Fouled off there by Deegan Bailey. Got the run. Get my book squared away here. Fouled off to the right-hand side there. Is that going to get? Yeah, gets fouled over there on the grassy knoll for a quick two-strike count with one out to Deegan Bailey. Kobe Carter at third base.
Left's playing fairly deep here, center. He's finally come in, Morrill has, because those balls were dropping just in front of him, so he's a little bit more shallower. He was playing a lot deeper earlier.
There's one that's drilled by the third baseman into left field for the base hit. Deegan on his way to second. He was going to second from the time that left the bat. So the third hit in the inning plates the second run, makes it 10-2. Still just the one out. Runner at second base, that's Deegan Bailey. That brings Cutler Matheson to the plate.
And we don't know everything that took place in that first game between North Summit and San Juan. Obviously, they got the win 6-5, but you can see right now, too, they're just pitching. They're obviously depleted to some extent, and they're having to get deeper into the bullpen than they really want to be.
So the 0-1 to Cutler. Now the curveball, he's out on his front foot for strike two. One that's lifted to left field. There's only one out, ain't there?
Yeah, that's the second out.
And Deegan Bailey had taken off like they're serious. They're going to double him off for the third out. The F8 or F7 is the second out. That ends the inning. But they come up with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So at the end of 4 complete, it's 11-2 in favor of the. No, it should be 10-2.
Yeah, that's 10-2. That's correct.
10-2. Okay, 10-2 in favor of the Beaver Beavers. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and B6 Media. Here's Nolan Anderson back at Gates Field. Larson Haslam Dental in Roosevelt has the latest dental technology and offers same-day crowns. Dr. Jake Richardson is accepting new patients. Call 722-0101 to schedule your appointment. Coverage today is sponsored in part by State Representative Christine Watkins, strong rural advocate for oil and gas, small businesses, education, and the Second Amendment. Uinta Basin Healthcare's mission is caring for our communities through access to compassionate quality health care and investing in those we serve. And Moon Lake Electric is a locally owned association with over 83 years of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its membership. Its well-trained workforce of 90 employees and its state-of-the-art electrical system have set a standard of excellence in the electrical utility industry.
Good work.
There we go. So we're about ready to face Braxton Leffler. Yardley deals, swing and a miss, strike one. Dallas Yardley has looked good since he came in. Held him scoreless. There's one that's hit second base. Scooped there by Boston Black with a 4-3 put out. And out number one. Tristan Overd coming to the plate for the North Summit Braves. Easton Miller in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, Tristan's junior, playing right field for North Summit.
So, Yardley ready to deal. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one.
Number 12, Tristan
Kind of a close stance, has that left foot out in front of the right foot, and just really didn't get much on that swing.
Late on that one, fouls it back.
Everyone's got a little bit different hitting approach. Some people open stance, close stance. Some people are square. Some people like to just pick up that foot, put it back down for timing. Some people try to go with the no stride.
People used to call me crazy. I used to adjust to the pitcher.
Yeah.
You know, worked for me for 8 home runs my senior season.
What do you mean? Is that a thing? You adjust to the pitcher?
I got to Mesa College and they made me quit. They said, you pick one or the other, you know. I said, why should I? I'm only catching double headers, you know. But
I keep thinking that people have forgot there's a box there. You can use it. You can move up in the box. You can move back in the box. You can move up on the plate, off the plate.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Yeah, it's you know, nowadays, these kids, they get to look and they pick their idol, and they, you know, what their idol does and his stance and stuff like that may not fit, you know, what their, you know, their strength, their speed, you know, wrist strength, whatever.
Or the way the pitcher's pitching them,
Exactly.
right? What kind of stuff he has and what his approach is against them.
So back to Easton Miller, the top of the lineup. He takes strike one on the curveball.
You know, this North Summit team, you know, they're young. They got the one senior, they got 3 juniors, and then a whole bunch of sophomores and a whole bunch of freshmen.
Curveball just misses inside for ball one.
That was a good-looking curveball, too. Good 12-6 rotation on the ball, and, you know.
Down where you're not going to get hurt.
It's been effective. You know, these North Summit hitters, since Yardley's come in, they haven't touched him for the most part.
Yeah, he comes from the inside curveball to the outside fastball and swings over the top of it, does Easton Miller. Good spot, good location. Here's 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Matheson sets up outside. Curveball just fouled off weakly. Back to the screen here to stay alive.
Yeah, and that was probably ball 2, but at the same time, Easton Miller, you know, he started the game pitching. He understands it and got to be swinging anything close, and fouls that one straight back.
Fouled off again. You know, is it my imagination? That snow level was down quite a bit lower this morning when we started that thing. I didn't think it was warm enough for anything to be melting here today.
Yeah, I think it's if anything, it's the wind.
The wind and I guess the sun shining on that.
Yeah, but you're right. There's not much snow out there now. That one little peak straight away dead center.
Here's a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Woo! It's a tough one to watch go by.
Yeah, I think Beaver are going to keep the pitch count intact, and they're going to go out there and make a change.
Well, I'll tell you what, looks like we're going to have a break in the action. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media. Pitch is Braden Evans. His first pitch to Easton Miller is fouled back, so the count remains 2-2. This will be the 7th pitch in the at-bat to Easton Miller. Pitch, just missed up from Braden Evans.
Yeah, he really wanted that one, didn't he? He was
he's still talking to himself.
Kind of walking around the mound, kind of adjusting his uniform.
Shaking his shoulders.
Yep.
Looks like a boxer instead of a pitcher out there. Guy getting ready to go into full combat. Here's the payoff pitch. Nope, walked him.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Miller was on top of the plate, and he was choked up to the top of the, you got your wrap on the handle there, and he was clear to the top of that thing, and then he was standing right on top of the plate. But really good at-bat where he draws the walk, and Paxton Smith now probably the best hit of the game so far for either team. That one he drove into right center field.
They were talking about the same thing when he was walking up. He had a big smile on his face. So Paxton Smith with Miller on first base. They just about got him. Lundqvist thought he had him.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot closer than most people probably realize. Easton was in the air getting back to the bag, but got his hand in just in time.
Next pitch is a ball. I should say the first pitch to Paxton Miller. Was the next pitch, but it was the first.
That's right.
We'll catch up here. So the 1-0 pitch. That's hit towards the second baseman. Austin Black had a little trouble getting out of his glove, was able to get it across there to Blomqvist for the 4-3 putout in the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on. At the end of 4.5, it's Beaver 10. North Summit 2. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Beaver 10, North Summit 2.
specialize in helping businesses tell their stories with powerful and engaging video. But telling your story is just the starting point. Telling it to the right people in the right place is how you make it count. Our team can help. By delivering your ad in places like Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, we'll make sure that your business is being seen. Your business has a story to tell. Let us help.
Paint projects go more smoothly when you use Jones Paint and Glass because we're as excited as you are about your project. Our paint experts know their paint and will work with you to help you find the perfect paint products for your needs. They'll help ensure you get the color you're hoping for and that you're able to get the job done right the first time. Stop by Jones Paint and Glass to speak with an expert today.
When you hear the crash, you better think Jones.
Group.
Your source for high school sports.
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at Gates Field, Kearns High School. Marshall Gates Foundation. And Cutler Blomquist is going to face, let's see, who's he going to face? Guess we were right there. He's going to face Hoyt Blomquist, Dallas Yardley, and Jake Norman, 7, 8, and 9 in the Beavers lineup. They need 2 runs to end this.
First baseman, number 17, Hoyt Luke.
Yeah, I think that's why Coach Carter was a little bit upset on that stolen base where he had his runner taken off from second base to third, and the hitter hits that one to left center field and basically just doubles them up to end the inning, and he was a little bit frustrated because he felt like they could have maybe extended that inning, got a couple runs, and then come out and got 3 outs to win it. And, you know, I guess really nothing changes other than Beaver gets another at-bat.
So, next pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-1. Right, Blomquist, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Oh, got fooled on the curveball.
Yeah, it was a good curveball, too, 12-6.
Blue got fooled on that one, too.
Pretty good break.
Catcher couldn't catch it, but called it a strike here. So, Blomquist is right up on the plate, too. It's fouled off to the right-hand side, still alive. Sun's going to be a problem for the right side of the infield and outfield right now for the next little bit. Shadows for the hitter.
Pitcher's wondering where that one was at. It crossed the plate high and then it dropped in the catcher's glove, but he was hoping to get a first strikeout right there.
2-2, 3-2 now. 7th pitch in the at-bat. It's full count. Payoff pitch on the way from Cutler Blomquist. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
There he got it on the fastball. Fastball up.
Fourth strikeout in the game for the Beavers. Brings up number 12, Dallas.
Braden Evans. He came in and
that's right. He's going to hit a 2-hopper, 3-hopper to the fence, and he's at second base. Uh-oh. No. Shortstop missed the cutoff. And Evans ends up at third base with the triple.
That wasn't the prettiest slide either. Beavers going to have to work on their slides. That's about 3 in this game alone, where they've kind of been in between and just not very clean on their slides.
Some are going to kill themselves. Bad ankles there. That was beat at the shortstop. Oh, he drops it up. Everybody's safe and the run scores.
And the reason he dropped that one, Willie, is he took his eye off it because he was checking the runner going home to see if I got to play at home or I'm going to first. And you have to know as a fielder, either I'm cutting the run off and I'm already in, and that's the play, or I'm going to first base. And really, based on his positioning and where he's at, he's kind of shaded that third base side in the hole. He's got to know the run's going to score. I'm going to first base only.
Yeah, so he helped out the Beavers there. That gets us back to the top of the order. Bentley Bradshaw, who just crushed one his last time up. Well, that was Boston Black. Bentley flew out to right field. There goes the runner. Pitch in the dirt and into center field. The runner's going to advance. So that 12th, that 10 run is right there at third base, 90 feet away.
Yeah, and you got your leadoff hitter, Bentley Bradshaw, 0 for 2 with a walk, looking for his first base hit and a chance to walk this one off.
Timeout here. Not sure what's going on here. Got a little conversation between the coach. Or they're gonna.
Yeah, he's just gonna put the next two guys on, 2 intentional walks to load the bases up. Then he's just got the force play, and they'll probably just play it 4-1. Not a bad move, but it puts a lot of pressure on that pitcher to make sure he throws a strike.
Number 0, Kobe Carter.
Okay, and that puts Kobe Carter probably one of the best hitters on the Beavers team.
That's the other thing. I don't know. I mean,
that's a man you're not going to double off unless you line out and get somebody else behind him.
The only thing you can do is hope for a ground ball in the infield. You go 4-1 and at least get the out at home, and then you can deepen up and play for the third out.
And you got Jake Norman with fair speed there at third base, too. So the first pitch to Kobe Carter. It's in the dirt. That's the other thing it does. It puts the pressure on Paxton Smith behind the plate there to stop everything. I don't know that Jake Norman would be coming, but if it got halfway over towards the dugout, let's foul ball off the foot of Kobe Carter. Jack Smith was going to try and sell and just step on him.
He's a headsy player for just a sophomore, I've really been impressed with him so far in this game, but Kobe Carter's got to look for a pitch out over the plate that he drives in the outfield. He's got to hit something in the outfield, nothing in the infield, and win a game. He tried it right there. He kind of dropped that shoulder a little bit, took a pretty healthy cut, trying to drive something in the outfield, but just got under it. Yeah, I don't know if I could have let that one go myself, but Kobe knows the strike zone, so good eye. Evens the count at 2-2.
He was going to go, but that was up. He had started. So it's full count, 1 out. Bases are full of Beavers. Here's the payout pitch. Hit, and that's it. That's going to end the ball game. That gets by the third baseman. They're going to score 2. Get off the
field,
guys.
Score the 1. Game over.
Yep. All right. So the base hit by Kobe Carter. Two hits in that inning. 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 error, and 3 runners left on base. So I think the final score is going to be 12-2. In favor of the Beaver. Beavers will be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
With the victory, Beaver moves to game number 26. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. They will take on Canal. 11 a.m. right here at Kearns High School. Our next game, game number 25, features Millard and Milford. That game will start approximately in 30 minutes, around 7:15 p.m. 7:15. Millard and Milford.
So what, 3 times?
Oh yeah, we have twice, and they beat them.
Earlier was good.
Hey, that one. Haven't been point yet, have you?
No.
Thank you.
Point's kind of the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.